You know, I fucking hate the way you make me fucking ride you. Now get the fuck out of here.
All right, Tony. Richie goes, all right, Tony. Tony goes, yeah, all right.
Last word.
Oh, one of the best. Anyways, welcome to the live lineup, the only place where you can watch my full show for free, and all those other great shows that are scrolling by right there. If you want to watch ad-free, sign up for Rumble Premium. And don't forget to download the Rumble app. That's what I do. I'm the only person in America that doesn't watch TV in real time anymore. I can't pick up my phone during a game because my other family members are texting about the game or whatever the fuck. And you don't know how many times I forgot. And anyways, excuse me. Today I'll be talking about lawfare attacking Trump agenda. You know, biased lib judge. Are there any other kind? And the HHS, Human Health Services, they hate, 1,000 of them signed a petition because they want Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Oh, my God. This is hilarious. Also, Tom Brady, the GOAT, made a statement about modern-day players, which I kind of agree with. And, of course, he played under Belichick, so I can see why he sees that. And also, Florida made a big decision yesterday as far as vaccines go. Doesn't that all sound exciting? No, to me either. The fuck am I supposed to talk about? The Kardashians? Yeah. Hey, you know what? If you want to become a influencer on social media. Every day I pick up influencer dead at 31, influencer dead at 46, influencer dead at 20. Wow. So there is a God. Influencer. What is that? That means you got a lot of friends on the internet is what that means. Although I did read, I'm not doing a story on it, I should have. This little Asian girl, American Asian, last name is Tay, T-A-Y. I'm guessing you guys, my fans, don't know. I'm thinking you think like I do. I don't think you follow it. She's 18 years old, had a kind of a rough upbringing. I think she, sexually assault, whatever. Anyways, she's kind of an influencer. She has a lot of Instagram, but she just started an OnlyFans account, and are you sitting down? Because I'd say she's a 6 on a scale of 10. Well, or maybe a little better than that. Anyways, $15 million she has made in 2 weeks. Yeah, what a patriarchy. What a white male-dominated society. You're lucky there's old white males, because that's who's paying that type of shit. Okay? You're lucky we're horny till we go to the grave. Because it ain't young guys throwing, although with the internet and its reach, it could be. 15 million in 2 weeks? And then she's complaining that she's like, but now people are following me and stuff. I don't give a shit. Anybody out there, I wish we could take a poll. I want to do an OnlyFans. I'll wear skimpy underwear. Not full frontal nudity. That'll cost me my job at CBS News.
It's going to be you sitting on the couch watching the football.
No, I'm going to give them what they want. Me cooking. And a Speedo. We'll do Nick's Bitchin' Kitchen. I'll do it in a one piece. I'll tuck the package between my legs like the guy. I'd fuck me. It puts the lotion on my dick. Anyways, 15, I can't even, that just shows you how valuable. I've been meaning to write this bit for years about a woman, what they have between their legs it's the reason civilization evolved. It's why guys want to earn money, become powerful. It all goes back to that. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I mean, just think about how in demand that is. And I used to laugh. I'd watch a Tonight Show and a hot bra would come out. They have to cross their legs immediately to hide what they have there, as opposed to us guys, we can sit like we're having a pap smear. Nobody gives a shit. Literally, you have to, it's like you have the winning Powerball ticket stapled to your crotch. The winning ticket, 1.4 billion. You know what I mean? We got a roll of Canadian nickels. It's just, what a burden to walk around with that. And that's how you can explain making 15 million in 2 weeks? I still almost don't believe it. Only fans. I'm going to start one called Only Creeps. only cougars. I'll layer on in a nice bathing suit. I'm still, I'm hanging in there. I'm all dehydrated. I actually have a six-pack. That's great at 63 and married 20 years. What am I going to do with that? What the fuck? What is that? What is that? Might as well be a fucking case of Bud Light. God darn it. I don't know. Again, took a frickin' Ambien last night. This ain't the Ambien I used to take. I don't know what the fuck. My wife got some type of Ambien. This ain't. The other Ambien used to, you could cut my leg off while I was sleeping. I wouldn't feel it. This one, I'm waking up at 4. There's something it's a shrink. I don't need a pill. I need whatever the fuck's eating away at me. Okay? So I'm sure I'll get to that because I don't believe in that either. I've tried therapy. The talking cure, they call it. I call it a ripoff. How does that make you feel? Angry. That's all done. That's how I answered. Angry to every time she asked me that. How does that make you feel? It's you and your wife's 25th anniversary. How does it make you feel? Angry. The Patriots won 63-0. How does that make you feel? Angry. What? You fucking heard me. I don't know what's eating away at me. It's that fucking rotten DiPaolo gene. I say DiPaolo, by the way. That's not how you pronounce my name. It's DiPaolo. But after everybody saying DiPaolo, I just give in. Now I'm saying it wrong. Another reason to get off the planet. What a cherry show, huh? Thought I'd end the day on a sour note. Let's get to it. Trump blast. Oh, by the way, the Red Sox got smoked by the Guardians last night, 7-1. But they would do. They're friggin'. They've got like the best record in baseball since end of June, whatever the fuck. Anyways, and did I mention Roman Anthony's out 4 to 6 weeks?
Oh, that long.
God forbid. Yeah, oblique. They think, he's 21 years old, so they do heal much quicker, but that's what they're saying right now. Perfect, huh? Hopefully we'll have them for the playoffs. All right, let's get on to it. Let's talk about, again, Tulane field hockey. I lost $6,000 last night. Girls, Tulane. Trump blasts court's ruling that most of his tariffs are illegal. This is insane, man. Anyways, the Trump administration asked the Supreme Court Wednesday. Remember, we have more conservatives on there. But then you never know these wild cards like Roberts, which way they're going to swing. Asked the Supreme Court Wednesday to quickly make a decision on whether President Trump has the authority. How come, can I ask you a question? This has come up a million times in the last 2 years. Whether the president has the authority or not. Are you going to tell me he or the people that surround him, the legal experts, don't consult the Constitution before they make these decisions? Of course they do. Again, it's all a goddamn play, I swear to God. Donald Trump, I wonder if he has the authority to impose his sweeping. And again, I take this out of, I don't know where I got this, but it ain't a left-wing paper. And the wording sounds like, it sounds like now the Wall Street Journal. Whether he has the authority to impose his sweeping tariffs under federal emergency law. And he's waiting. Trump's waiting. He goes, we need a decision now. We got shit in the works.
Come on, goddammit. Let's go!
That's him and Biden's vet he stole. This appeal is a result of federal appeals court. Are there any appeals court that don't lean 4,000% to the left? 7-4 that a vast majority of Trump's tariffs were illegal, according to the 1977 International Emergency Economic Powers Act. Let me see, 77. Wasn't that Jimmy Carter? Yeah. Even though it allowed the duties to remain until the case was resolved. So he did it under the emergency. Well, it explains it. Many states and small businesses challenged Trump. Did they? First of all, I got to take your word on that, too. Many small businesses and states challenged Trump's tariffs in a lawsuit saying they were causing serious economic harm. That's funny. Inflation is fucking low. That's kind of funny. And I remember his first administration, we had the greatest economy in the history of any country. Literally. They couldn't even argue that. So I'm supposed to believe it's different now? The Trump administration, I don't believe there's small businesses that are unhappy. Maybe they are. I mean, my muffin shop is doing wonders down on Main Street. The Trump administration, however, countered the appeal, arguing that striking down the tariffs could cause serious economic harm. Yeah,
danger, Will Robinson. Danger. No.
That decision casts a pall. Not like Paul, as in Peter and Paul, for you people who, P-A-L-L, Paul. In Boston, we say Paul. Everybody else says Paul. Of uncertainty upon ongoing foreign negotiation. He's got all these deals in the works. Do you understand that depend on all this? You saw the billions we've already brought in. But let's stop with that. Let's find these fucking judges on these appeal courts. Nobody ever see that either, right? Why doesn't Fox or News One or Max, whatever the fuck those are supposedly right-wing, why don't you guys find out where these kids, these judges went to school, what they look like? You know what? You don't have to. I can already picture it. Probably predominantly female, fucking big nose, thick glasses, and no tits. What are you trying to say? They are the cancer. Nothing more dangerous to the fucking democracy than an ugly broad with brains. Touche. I guess. That's French for touche. Uncertainty upon ongoing foreign negotiations the president has been pursuing through tariffs over the past 5 months, jeopardizing both already negotiated framework deals and ongoing negotiations, the Trump administration argued in its appeal. The stakes in this case could not be higher. That's a quote. Here is former deputy independent when you hear counsel, folks, that's just a lawyer. Okay? When you hear deputy, it's not the top guy, it's the second guy. When you hear independent, that's bullshit. Although this guy, Saul, and I'm not making this name up, Saul Weisenberg. I'm not making that up. I mean, why didn't you just name himself Bagel and Cream Cheese? Holy moly. That's a caper. Isn't it? I don't know. I can't tell anymore. All I know is, and look, I want Jews handling this type of stuff that are conservative, super smart. Anyways, Saul, spelled S-O-L, maybe it's Sol. Maybe his mother was Spanish and like the son. I don't know. Anyways, here he is explaining exactly why, how this works as far as Trump using the emergency acts. He's going to say something that Congress used to handle this shit, but Congress let the presidents, and this is over the years, handle a lot of it himself and blah, blah, blah. Go ahead, Saul.
And what the court ruled, this is a statutory interpretation, not a constitutional interpretation by the federal circuit. And what they said was, you were not.
So it's by the federal circuit. It's not a constitutional, but that's what they always throw in there. This is unconstitutional. So I guess you could argue it, but anyways, go ahead, Saul.
To President Trump, you were not given the power under this particular act. The act is called the International Economic Emergency Powers Act, or Emergency Economic Powers Act. And what the court said was, what the court reminded the president was that all constitutional power to enact tariffs resides in Congress.
But
what's happened?
No, I said but.
Happened is Congress has delegated an enormous amount of that authority to the president in various statutes. But the court said they didn't do it here. If Congress is going to give the president the power under this particular act to impose tariffs, they've got to say so unambiguously. And it was a 7-4 decision, very strong decision. It's going to be very interesting to see what the Supreme Court does here. It's not necessarily something that's going to be a win for the president.
Well, why didn't Congress give him those powers? The fuck? We control it. You know what I mean? I don't want to get too in the weeds here. That's not what this show's about. This is as deep as I get. I want to get in the fucking weeds. But all you guys have to know is every time Trump does something that's good for this country, it's shot down by an appeals court where all the broads look like Ruth Buzzy and men, dorks. They just hate him for everything he stands for. They'll put that in front of this country doing great. I'm so tired of saying, Civil War would be much quicker. Let's get it on. We don't want that. Although, legal experts have noted that the government has also warned that if the courts strike down these tariffs, the United States Treasury could be forced to refund billions that have already been collected. I dare you. Now, I was reading the paper today on the internet. I say the paper. Some of the court justices were saying, well, they're actually, it's becoming dangerous to be on this court because they get death threats all the time if they side with Trump. I'd like to hear it the other way. If you don't side with them, you should get some. How about that? I'm above equity, it's called. Spread the fucking danger equally. You bet it. What's the point of friggin' busting your balls to get a conservative-leaning court? And again, I don't understand why Congress didn't delegate to the president on this. I don't know. The Supreme Court is expected to decide soon. What are they, day-to-day with a hamstring? Whether they will take up the case directly, which will potentially set up a major ruling on the limits of presidential power over trade, or are they going to give it to Judge Joe for next Wednesday on this show? I heard his ratings are in the toilet. Anyways, so that we already got billions coming in, but let's put that in jeopardy. I just don't think the American people are going to stand for it. You know what I mean? At some point, they're going to go, okay, do that. We're not paying our fucking taxes. And Trump will be right with us going, good for you. That's it, folks. If you want to watch the whole show live and free, go to Rumble and sign up for free. And while you're at it, go to nickdip.com for tour dates and merch. We'll see you guys next time.
Hi. Good night, everybody.